Continuing. Infirmary. And looks like the case is just as bad in here as it's been everywhere else. But I still wonder. It must be that. Oh damn!
That's another charge gone. We have to keep moving. If this building falls, we're all dead.
I don't know. Well. Seeing that the Big Daddies are capable of enduring oceanic depths without any sort of difficulties, it is I'm not so worried about being killed thing. But what I am worried about is that even if Delta and Eleanor could survive that kind of drop, it might not be something that they could get away from that. I mean that they would be trapped in the ocean.
Every word I speak, you already know.
Yeah, you are rambling about something that what have you built? What have you built, Sofia Lamb? Seeing the state this place in, your doings in this place have not done anything good to this. They actually seem to more like just made it worse. Than anything around here.
My father was a physician. He raised me not to echo him, but to model the world as it ought to be. I was to teach a simple moral calculus. Each choice as though the world must bear it. Each life or death for the common good. He called it the triage imperative, and would laugh without smiling.
I am quite certain that the principle of triage was was lost down to you.
Eleanor was to be a composite of all Rapture's genius. The first living utopian, serving the world at large with no regard for herself. To force consciousness on such a being is to tear its wings away. That was your gift to her, Delta. Just as she hoped. You must be very proud.
And Dr. Lamb, your only idea is that you don't see that somebody might want to make use of her abilities, as in to say, exploit her, but she doesn't notice
Delta
that chance.
Was in top form today. The guards tried to make him take another dose of whatever the hell it is they're pumping into him, and he managed to take on all 4 of them at once. Snapping legs and arms. Blood everywhere. They say one of the guys might not even wake up. I wish I could be that free.
Yeah, it's underwater prison or mental hospital. Hard to say. In Rapture, they're probably both more or less the same. And yeah, there's actually nothing really completely unexplainable in it.
Don't let go now.
Why don't you wake up?
Pain is no man's wage. That's actually, in a sense, very well spoken. Come on. But that splicer, I don't know, was it because of programming or because of actual AI say, was it by random chance or by programming that it actually knew how to avoid the water spills to avoid being electrocuted. I don't know, was it by chance or by design, but it was actually quite impressive show of smarts. Yeah, I guess the word for that is emergent behavior. And despite all the ramblings, you might say that it's Sofia Lamb wanted the Delta to wake, but I wonder, was it but Dr. Tenenbaum was the one who, well, actually I think that when you look at it seems more like that there's several different groups, or you could say characters, more like, going around in Rapture doing all kinds of things to their own trying to get their own benefits done. There's of course Dr. Tenenbaum, or was Dr. Tenenbaum, heading to the doing the research on the missing children. Of course, you need girl children of specific age to make little sisters. Then of course little sisters are needed to keep the Adam running. Adam can transfer memories and knowledge from one person to another directly, mostly by well, the process is something like this, that there's somebody who has let's say medical knowledge, so they infuse Adam to the guy with medical knowledge, then you extract the Adam from the guy, usually with the little sister method. Then you put the same Adam to somebody who does not have medical knowledge, and in the long run it will make it so that they actually do have medical knowledge. Shit. That was a bit of dumb move on my part. Yeah, I'm studying that thing as well. Oh yeah, those things explode. Oh, damn it. Yep. Firefights near the health stations tend to destroy health stations. It is quite... It's quite obvious. Well, that's history. And it had heat-seeking rockets in it. Oh yeah, it's a improved machine gun.
Guess I had the wrong of it when it came to Dr. Lamb. She explained how my cravings for control were rotting me out from the inside. We found all these incidents in my log where I made it easy for a convict to get the jump on me, just so I could bloody punish him. Christ. But I believe I can do some good down here now, with the family. Well, we have a shot at surviving that fucking bedlam going on up there. Maybe even take the city back.
There's a one big daddy, but what is he doing there? Not to say. For I'm going forward. Still struggling to get forward. Mostly now. Yeah, there's some religious imagery added to Dr. Lamb. And that is about feels something a bit reminiscent of current situation in this reality, which has this virus outbreak going on. So it's a bit of a funny coincidence, or however you want to call it. Yeah, just serve me after a few electric shocks and all that handy stuff. Yeah, they got rivets. They are handy, and it's quite interesting that when you look at the basic game design, it is quite blatant to make the fact that most weaponry serves you quite most weapons do serve you quite well right from the beginning, so it's not as bad as in some other cases where there is that the weapons gained from the beginning of the game become useless later.
Now, one of the girls managed to dart past the nurse today and throw herself over the railing in the lobby. Not certain if she was trying to end her own life or merely escape. But either way, her legs had healed by the time I managed to get down to the first floor where she lay. Now, without proper setting, the rapid healing process had fused her bones back together at odd angles. We had to re-break and set them almost a dozen times each due to the small window of viability. Now, those children may be immortal, but I can verify they feel pain. Advising Dr. Lamb on higher doses of sedatives to keep this from happening again.
So was that about the fact that the little sisters do feel pain? They heal very fast because they have Adam in there, but they still can break their bones and all that, and when they do, it's most likely not a nice thing for to be seeing. Yeah, just some regular old splicers. What is Lamb even trying to do? She most likely knows that how strong and tough Big Daddies are. Of course, Alpha series is not as strong and tough as the regular Big Daddies are, but they are still very strong and tough. There's simply no reason for them to her to throw them at throw the splicers at. And is she trying to prove some sort of point? Oh damn, I fell off. Oh bugger. Yeah. That was my brain fart. Stumbling about and falling into a hole in the floor. But looks like Big Daddies are quite able at enduring such small annoyances. As well, if something can walk through the ocean floor without much of hampering, it can probably survive a few fall of few feet. Or maybe it cannot. It might be too heavy and sturdy to actually endure its own weight. One of mysteries of life or something. Although Big Daddy itself is not, in a sense, not a mystery itself. Oh, gene bank. A kitchen. And I really am quite certain that the
first incarnation when Dr. Lamb gave me my mandate to alleviate pain was to block its neural pathways. Now, the preliminary results were promising too, until some of the children started chewing their own tongues off out of ignorance. Need to sequester them away from the others so as not to cause undue stress on the remaining subjects.
Oh, damn. But is the Grimes referring to the original?
We're nearing another pediatric ward. It will be guarded, Father. Get ready.
Oh yeah, I am not surprised at all that it would be guarded. But still, I wonder, is it referring to the first original batch of little sisters or the later batch? As in, well, I guess all little sisters have been quite much immune to pain, but I'm certain that there's about to be a big fight, so I'm gonna save now. I'm getting it.
When you've cleared them out, I'll need a signal like before. Push the call button and I'll proceed.
Well, I did call you already. And the Alpha series. And that's... I want to say that the drill tackle is perhaps one of the most awesome moves in this game. It's just... Ah, that hurts! Is this something like sucking away the... well, big sisters are capable of gathering atoms, so or at least have been able to gather atoms. So them being yeah, but how in hell is Lamb controlling Alpha Series? Because they are strong, very tough, very capable, very resilient, capable of causing immense amount of enduring immense amount of destruction and pain, death, destruction, and no way to get anything from there anymore. But still getting forward. Goddamn Houdini. Yeah, and I was right that there would be a battlefield.
I think... Yes, we're ready for the ballast tank. I can boil off the water and get us out of here. We must return to the docking platform, Father. Now.
Yeah, there they are. She's awaking the little sisters to bring out the hijacked children, kidnapped children. Because basically this game is just a, you could say, rescue plots are very common in gaming, and in this game they made it so that your basic plot is to...
You granted Eleanor the will to choose, and now, like a plague, she spreads it to those innocents. To be self-aware is a curse, Delta. You are damning them.
Well, in a sense, and that's where Lamb's ramblings go wrong. To be good, before there can be good or evil, there must be a choice which can be made. Those which are not self-aware, aware of themselves, do not make a choice. They cannot do good nor evil, for there is no choice. And that choice is something like you could call sentience or sapience, or however you want to call it. The high processes of thinking, highest processes of thinking. Okay, of individuality. And she doesn't want that.
I'm stepping inside the ballast tank, Father. Come up to the glass once you're ready for me to begin. There's no going back once we start.
Well... But I wonder, do the little sisters survive drowning?
You would rip my only daughter from her home and family and feed her to a world without hope. Though Utopia may die with her, I would sooner see us fall. Goodbye, Eleanor. Mother will be waiting for you.
Here they come, Father! Hold them off until I can bring it to a boil.
Yep. Lamb is about to bring out decided to bring out the big guns of her lack of personal sanity. Bring out the bugs. I ripped that one apart.
Nearly boiling.
And I'm gonna shred you apart. Yeah. Yeah. Fist fight against enraged Big Daddy. And not only enraged Big Daddy, as a Big Daddy capable of being immense more powerful than the later variants.
I can help you fight back now. Use the plasmid.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Probably say thank you. Thank you, child. Yeah, she's got roots. Yeah. Old-fashioned fighting methods, hand to hand. Basis of everything. Oh, wrong ammo. It's a bit of annoying that you're wearing a dress. You were wearing. But it's clear that the Sofia Lamb does not want anybody leaving this place. And for that kind of...
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
Where's the docking mechanism? Well, there's a shopping part. I think I'm gonna get myself juiced up. Oh yes, here it was.
The lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here or the door won't open. Destroy those glass
that's
tubes
physics.
to flood the room.
Actually... Damn, either I did a mistake or maybe there was a glitch or something, but now I can actually release the mechanism, so...
The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father. We have to equalize the pressure in here or the door won't open. Destroy those glass tubes to flood the room.
Oh, I was too busy in the action to notice that I have to break these things to flood this place.
We've done it, Father. We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Yeah. Flash flood of several million tons of water will make fighting quite over. But, well, I'm still certain that even a Big Daddy would have been at least thrown off his feet. And those Alpha series don't seem to have coped so well. Or maybe it's just that it's the enemy, they die. Period. And Big Sister, and I don't know, also survives.
The bombs, Father! We're falling! Run!
Oh. Shit. Come on, live. The Rapture's going behind. Big Daddy is still clinging on.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over. You taught me that evil is just a word. Under the skin, it's simple pain. For you, mercy was victory. You sacrificed, you endured, and when given the chance, you forgave. Always. Mother believed this world was irredeemable. But she was wrong, Father. We are Utopia, you and I. And in forgiving, we left the door open for her.
Maybe she can be redeemed. Sofia Lamb believes it, but it would have been Delta there deciding instead of her, even though Delta was merciful.
The rapture dream is over, but in waking, I am reborn. This world is not ready for me, yet here I am. It would be so easy to misjudge them. You are my conscience, Father, and I need you to guide me.
For Big Daddy to survive, it is quite unlikely.
You will always be with me now, Father. Your memories, your drives. And when I need you, you'll be there on my shoulder, whispering.
But still, when I look about Sofia Lamb, is that she was crazy. But maybe the little sisters do not share Eleanor's mercifulness, because they do have shown that they can be very cruel and vicious when they go into it.
If Utopia is not a place, but a people, then we must choose carefully, for the world is about to change. And in our story, Rapture was just the beginning.
Well, not bad game, but it did have some little glitcheries and weak flaws in gameplay, especially in the fact that in the first BioShock you were able to return to your previous stages with the bathysphere system, but in this one you couldn't. You were locked to go forward and forward and forward all the same, which I find to be, in this kind of genre with lots of collectibles and all that, to be a bit of on a sloppy side. So as a whole, not as good as the original BioShock, but as a sequel it was inferior to the first one. But as an individual game, it was a good shooter, not the best, but it was good, and it had some really good moments of storytelling, especially when you got to see how the little sisters see Rapture. It was very creepy and brilliantly made. Well, BioShock 2, really good, and of course the fact that you got to play as the Big Daddy was something like a predetermined thing, that because they are just so iconic, and their mannerism with them being protectors of the guardians of the little sisters just gives them that kind of vibe of being good characters, because I don't think anybody would not be on the side of Big Daddy if they could choose against somebody like Fontaine or Sofia Lamb, or even against somebody like Andrew Ryan, who just accepted them to be made. But yeah, end of this series. See you next time, whatever it is to be.